Hello, my friend, it's leaving me. It's been a while, where should we begin? Like forever, within my heart, memories of the perfect love that you gave to me. Oh, I remember when you are with me. I'm free. I'm careless, I'm free from others will fly. This brings tears to my eyes. I sacrifice. Seen our shades of ups and downs, oh, how quickly I could turn around. Instead, it feels so good to be alive. Within yourself and within your mind. It's my instead when you are with me. I'm free. I'm careless. I'm free. Above all the others will fly. This brings tears to my eyes. I sacrifice. Say hello again. I just want to say hello again. It's when you are with me, I'm free, I'm careless, I'm relieved. The others will fall. This brings tears to my eyes. It's when you are with me, I'm free, I'm careless, I'm relieved. Above all the others will fly. This brings tears to my eyes. I sacrifice. I just want to say hello again. See, it becomes very, very hot in here. Even with the air conditioning pushing, the humidity is so bad that it just dries out your vocals. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll stay away from I'll back off the high notes when that happens. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? When you're
Yeah, I can't take the humidity. I do, anyway, welcome everyone to Northern Lights Tie Dye TV. I believe this is our third show.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, I just want to say good morning and hello to Masumi from Japan, outside of Tokyo.
Matsuri from Japan.
It is 10, I guess. No, it's 11. It's 11 a.m. Sunday in Japan, and Masumi says, "Thank you for a nice song." Well, you're very welcome, Masumi.
Yeah.
Very welcome. Little jazz.
Yeah.
I got my African drum, my djembe drum.
Oh yeah, you got it, huh?
Yeah, I just showing it here. Yeah, yeah, bang out some more of that jazzy keyboard stuff. All right.
That's just right off the top of my head. That's nobody's song. I just, write these things.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. When I said ad lib, like right off the top
I'm
of your head.
constantly composing shit. So
Yeah, it's it's very relaxing. It's like you're having a nice seafood dinner with a nice view of the water, and you got some guy wearing a top hat and a long tails just like the Monopoly man,
yeah, right.
playing a baby grand piano.
Exactly.
Very relaxing, and you're enjoying a crotch tail or a cocktail.
So I got a couple of new projects going, man. I got the band project, and that's with those guys, and then I got another project going on, a second project with a rock and basically like it's gonna be, you're gonna cover pretty much everything when you're out there. So, but the whole point of having a band to me is not just to be playing cover songs. So that's why I have this second project and a third project. So, the second project will consist of rock, but all the stuff you hear out there, you're gonna hear good shit. It's not gonna be bad, but it'll be rock where my voice level leads over to. But I also switch up. I sing pop, I sing R&B, I sing blues, I sing, oldies, newies. It doesn't matter what it is. But what I try to explain to like other bands, and we're gonna get into this real quick while we're
Sure.
in this. Okay, so you have professional bands, and then you have bands that are just together as a hobby. Okay, and some of them want to make money, so it becomes a non-hobby. All right, but as a vocalist, every band that I've formed or been in, and even the stars out there, and they know this because it's a fact. You're not going to go out there singing in the same damn key every single night of the week, or even 2, 3 nights a week. You're not going to be singing in that same key of that artist, because even that artist themselves, like Bon Jovi, for instance, he's done so many years out there of high vocals. Okay, he lost Richie Sambora. Okay, he lost his buddy, the high vocalist, but he did so much time out there. Okay, it's like prison time. That eventually what happens is it takes effects on your vocals because you're traveling, you're in different climates, and even if you're doing a gig in one state, that it all depends on the room control, the climate control. Are they smoking in there? What are they doing inside of the bar? You don't know what's going on. Okay, so remember, everything affects the vocalist's voice. And when you got somebody out there singing those same high notes every single night of the week, what do you think's going to happen? Eventually, your throat can only handle so much. So when I describe to the bands that I'm in, and I tell them, look, you want a singer to come in and sing Michael Jackson, good luck, because if you're going to get somebody that sings like Michael Jackson, then you'll have a new star, okay? Because people that sing like Jackson, normally they're up in the higher range of making it, okay? And you don't find many singers out there, men singers, that can actually sing and hit those high ass.
Like the Bee Gees and what's his name, Frankie Valli.
Well, I can sing. Okay, like let's put it like this: if it's in the key of my voice, like sometimes I'll sing in the key of G, I'll be in the B flat, I'll sing in A minor. That's the keys that my voice can withstand. Now, like let's take a song like Earth, Wind and Fire, September. Okay, even though I might sing songs that are much higher than that, it's a different type of music because now you're singing a little more soulful. There's different, ups and downs, and certain notes come in at certain times, and most, singers understand exactly what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna have a band, if you're gonna bring singers in, I'm gonna say this right now. You drop down a half a step, play in the singer's key, okay? Drop down a half step, play in the singer's key. It's that simple, okay? In the studio, it's different. In the studio, we can sing in that key, okay? Because we're not singing song after song after song after song. You're not doing 30 songs in a night and all these songs got extreme high notes. What do you think is going to happen? That's why we bring females in. So that this way, what we do is you got the guy does one song, then the female does a song. Then the guy comes in, the female. You're giving each person their voice a rest, okay? Because you don't want to kill the vocalist.
Yeah. Well, I saw.
But don't expect one thing. I'm sorry. Don't expect to get a singer in there and you're going to just pick a song and think that those singers are going to hit that range, because it's not going to happen. I mean, I've been in many bands that do this, and that's the whole thing. And it's called constructive criticism. But being in this business for my entire life, I was in the studio with my father at 5 years old, okay, singing on Christmas albums, learning how to use the board at 8 years old, okay, learning how to use all the big SSL consoles. I was around jazz musicians with my father. I toured with him. I went on the road with him during the summer times on Bermuda ships, going out to Bermuda. So I learned everything I needed to know back then, the old style, the way we do things, but now I also know how to run all the digital shit, MIDI, digital, whatever I need to run, analog. You know, it's all about learning experience, being out there, Look at James.
Yeah. Well, I was listening
Right
to.
I hear you.
I was listening to Tom Jones. He's in his 80s, somewhere around there, and he was performing. He, of course, he has a big belly now, and he's gray, but he wasn't hitting the high notes.
Wait a minute, he's what? You said he's a gray?
No, he's not a gray.
Extraterrestrial. He's a gray, yeah.
An alien?
You're gray too. You're an extraterrestrial, man. Look at the eyes. Look at his eyes. They're big and black in the camera.
No, he was singing. It's not unusual, the song that made him famous.
Right.
And he couldn't hit the high notes that he did when he was young, or maybe he did hit the high note when he was doing a gig, and his vocal cords just got wear and tear, and he just didn't sound like the Tom Jones that you were used to hearing when back in the 60s. But then again, he was hitting high notes all his life. He's in his 80s now, you know. But like you said, uh, wear and tear.
Right, right.
You know.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and that happens, wear and tear.
It's not unusual.
I mean, now in the studio, it's different because, like in the studio, you're singing one song, okay? And when I'm in the studio and I'm in the booth, and look, I got write-ups. Steve got his own. I recorded with him in Boston to do "I Will" with Chad's, the drummer. We all went in the studio over there. He was the engineer. Listen, he'll tell you straight out. I was in that booth for 8 hours. Okay, I only came out and maybe took 2 breaks. 8 hours, and I went in the booth and we kept on doing the track until it was where they in the studio they kind of do want to run your voice out, where it's tired because when you're at that point, you're gonna get the best tracks. You know, you'll get the best tracks. When you have to be into it. It's not. I consider you're getting your voice tired, but it's when you get the best damn tracks in the studio when you keep running over it and running over it. And the engineer, like me, if I'm sitting here recording, I'm saving all the good vocal tracks and I'm just putting them in a pool. So that later on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each and every one of those vocal tracks, and I'm gonna pick the best verse. Okay, that verse is gonna go right there. Boom. I'm gonna take the best chorus. This chorus is perfect. And then if I do overlays, if I overdub on the track to fatten it up, I like to do things realistically audio. If you're going to fatten up the track, I don't like to go into these plugins because these plugins will never sound exactly like original. I don't care what you do to it. You can double up with chorus and double up. It just doesn't make it sound like the original track. So what I do is when I do my vocals, I'll sing one track. When I feel that track is what I picked and I chose, that's what I'm going to keep. Now I'm going to go on another track and I'm going to overdub that vocal exactly the way that vocal's recorded. So you have a fatter track. And then I bounce them together. I just group them together. Now you got your track, you know what I mean? And you got a full sound. Instead of using all this bullshit, the effects, because back in the day, that's how they did it. They didn't have no digital shit where they can overdub. Yeah, they can double up with chorus. You can use a doubler, but it's not the same damn thing. Nothing is the same as natural, man.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can't stand electronic. I can't. I'm not gonna say I don't like electronic instruments because I use them. But it's MIDI, but it's got a real piano. I despise like electronic drums. I can't stand electronic drums. There's no real time in that. There's no real feel on electronic drums. If the set is not acoustic, you just took away from the whole sound of everything. You're taking away. You're taking away from the quality of the sound. You're using electric drums. You got to sit there and set volumes. The cymbals do not sound real. You hit the cymbal, it's so damn low. It's like, psh, that's not a real cymbal.
I mean,
You will never get a real cymbal out of, yeah, you can get a real cymbal out of electronic set, but I'd rather have a real cymbal that I can fucking control on stage. So when I go hit that cymbal, look, you ain't gonna do this. You know what I mean? You hit the cymbal, you can stop that cymbal from ringing when you want. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can do that with the electronic drums, but it's not the same.
yeah, like let's take this. The shape, it's hollow, it's mahogany wood and goat skin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an ancient.
No, there's really no. I have no feel when I get on an electronic set. I try doing a rim shot. I'm like, yeah, if it's not a real snare, I don't want to play it. You know what I mean? So I'm smoking. I don't want to smoke on camera. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Well,
go, oh, look, he's smoking on camera. Why don't you're 50 years old? Why don't you have lung cancer yet? Listen, I went to the doctor and she said my lungs are pink. Okay.
pink.
Maybe it's because I take certain things, like wild natural herbs that clean out your shit.
Well, you're not a pastor giving a sermon, so this is about fashion design and music. So you could smoke. You can smoke anything you want.
Well, I don't smoke much anymore because I have to save my throat, and but I do smoke weed. I mean, that's the only thing I smoke. I don't, like I said, I don't do anything else. No drugs. You know what I mean? And I don't even consider This is not a drug. This is a plant that God created, okay, to save people. There's a reason why that plant's there because it does carry certain cures. But the problem is, you see, when the government gets a hold of this stuff right here, they start putting their ingredients into it, you know, where they're going to put more additives like addictives, you know, things that they'll just trust me. I don't want to get into it too much because, you know,
Yeah.
we don't want to get clicked off because I might say and expose the wrong person in the
Well,
wrong.
they do it. They do it with cigarettes. They put lots of additives.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? I say it like this. I know people who have died of lung cancer, okay, who never smoked a day in their life, okay? Why? Where did you get it? They weren't around people that were smoking.
They
Okay.
weren't.
You know where you got it? You got it from the fucking air quality out here. That's where you got it. Just think about all the shit that you breathe in the air in New York, everywhere, every city in the world, except for mountains. You don't get this kind of shit in the mountains. But everything that you breathe out there, just think about all the carbon monoxides that are coming off the trains, the cars, the buses, the trucks. That's all going. Where do you think it goes? You think it's going to go out into space that doesn't exist? No, there's a firmament up there. Everything is closed in with us, okay? Think about that for a minute. Don't you think that, you know, like bad smoke would go out into space and just disappear? No, it's all closed in with us. That's why, you know, I just say
Well, you
I
know,
can do this on TikTok. I can't do this on here because TikTok, even though it's ran by the United States now, which you don't know, when you get that little form that pops up and it says, "Do
fuck
you
that.
agree?" You have to agree. You know why? Because if you don't, and then they're not going to remind you about it. And I had a friend that didn't agree to it, and guess what? His page is gone. He had 100,000 followers on there. It's gone. They won't give it back. They said, "Oh, well, you could have gone and hit that button, you know, and did whatever the policy. I did it. They don't fuck with me, man. As long as I don't talk about Joe Biden and you know his sleepy crew, I'm good. You know."
Oh, is that why I don't see your videos anymore on TikTok? They're all private. They're like,
No, my videos aren't private.
because I went to check your videos and it says they're all like set to private
No, they're not.
on your profile.
Uh-uh. Wait a minute. Where's my
I
phone?
mean, double check. Take a look later. Take a look at your profile.
Yeah, when I find my phone, I don't know what I do with it now. Hold on. Oh, I lost my phone. 1 second, James.
All right.
Oh, my phone's right here. Oh God. Oh man. And I just
Hardy har har.
yeah. So no, my shit ain't private, man. No, no, no. Let me show you. My TikTok is lit.
It's like the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh man, you can't see it again. I don't know why.
There it is. There it is. I see it.
My shit is lit. Like, look, this is what I got this week. Okay, this week they send me these little things. They go, congratulations, you had 4 viral videos this week. Okay, the one video hit 931,000 views. Okay, 59,000 likes.
That's one.
That's one video. Number two, 1.1 million. Actually, no, now it's at 1.8 million. All right, it just updated. 1.8 million on one video. Okay, 175,000 likes. Now, the one I took the pictures of the sun when it turned fucking red, I have a long lens. My eyes fucked up here. But what I did is I couldn't use the, the little, I don't even know what the fuck it's called because I never use it. I normally use like, the screen because I can have a better shot and see what I'm shooting, through that little friggin' piece. Sometimes I can't really get what I want, but being the eyes fucked up, I'm doing it through the screen now.
Hmm.
So this one took off. This one hit a viral thing. It had 237,000 views, but 300,000 like hearts on. Okay. So every video on here, I have 6 videos that I just posted between yesterday and today. Okay. They're getting nailed, man. Viral all the way. One is 200,000 already. Okay. And the amount of followers I get per hour is amazing.
You get diamonds.
That's only when you go live.
Oh, okay.
They don't see, live is totally different than what your profile is. Live is a separate entity. Okay, it's a
Oh,
whole
okay.
different animal. Live, when I go live, and I'm going live soon. Trust me, I'm setting it up. People are demanding, go, please, we want to hear you play. Please, please, please. We want to hear you talk. We want to hear, what you got to say. You know what I mean? So right now, what I got going on is a poll going on here saying, do you think America is under attack? Yes or no? Okay. 85% say yes so far. 15% say no. Okay.
Hmm.
That's a big number, 85% against 15%. All right.
Yes, yes.
So earlier we had a little crazy shit go on, which once I posted it, now I have people in the comment base going, I saw that in the Bronx just now, and I thought I was losing my fucking mind. And then somebody else in Long Island and Jersey said, I seen that. It looked like a giant dust cloud. I said, yes, that's what it looked like. I said, and we were outside doing that. My eye started to tear, and it's still, I took pictures of the eye. I'm taking pictures of my eye outside to see what's going on, and it started tearing, and it started getting really red and irritated, man. So I
Well,
came up and I said, yep, here we go. That's a
did,
dust. That looks like a dust storm right there.
did you know that the Canadian forest fires are not over yet?
You know what? You can believe what you want there, young fella. But don't believe the bullshit, okay? Listen, shit has been burning all over the world for years and years. You never see no fucking red smoke in New York from shit burning in Hollywood. Shit burning. Shit's been burning in Canada for decades, man. You never see that shit here. Let me tell you something. I can't say it on here, but if they really, really want to know, they can ask you and you can give them my TikTok.
Well, your
They
TikTok,
can go watch. Yeah, okay, yeah. They could go to the TikTok and you can watch.
yeah,
You
in
can
the
watch what I
scrolling,
say
yeah,
there. Because,
the
here,
scroll,
I don't want to say it. And,
the scrolling marquee has your
and I
TikTok.
had somebody last week try to report my video that has 1 million views on it. And TikTok, did the violation thing. And I went and I emailed them and I said, listen, I said, why would you violate a video that's got 1.8 million views right now that made money already? Okay, you paid me for it. I said, why would you violate that? I said, evidently it must be a bot that's controlling this nightly shit on TikTok. And what they did is the person that went and did that, they messaged me back and they said, we banned that person's page. They are no longer on TikTok, and your video is back up. So that's
Oh,
what happens now. When people mess with people that got a lot of views and a lot of people commenting now, and now I'm kind of glad that the United States is involved because they don't allow that shit. You know what I'm saying? They actually make sure that you're getting paid, because see what happened was with the it's called the beta program, okay, and it's creative beta program on TikTok. And when you post your own content, you cannot post somebody else's content or duets, or say you go and you download a news report, you
right.
go post it. You're not going to get paid for that. That's not your own content. Now you go post your own content, but see, you're going to get paid based on how many followers you got, how much, how many people demand you is what you're going to get paid. Because what will happen is when you go do the AdSense and you get monetized, they're actually putting ads on your videos. Okay. So the ads pay you. Okay. Then you get into other things like I got into today. I'm making a lot of money on that. So I got to say, I'm doing well. Okay. It's thumbs up. Every one of my videos are making money by the minute. Okay. Every time it gets a click, I'm getting paid. And I got to tell you something like this: YouTube, they suck. They would never pay even close to what TikTok pays. Okay. They couldn't
Right.
get close to it. They wouldn't. They are a ripoff. They're screwing you. And TikTok, they're actually showing you what you should be making. All right. Facebook, forget about it. You'd be lucky if you get 2 pennies per click. All right. That's bullshit. You should be making at least 30 to 50 to 75 cents a click. All right.
You know that YouTube has been making feeble excuses for not paying people.
Yeah, they made excuse. They owe me $7,000. I got 3 videos in there, and each one of them hit over 2.5 million views.
Yeah.
They owe, and somebody's telling me, "Oh no, 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 bro, 2.7 million views on that video. They owe you like 10 grand, bro." He goes, because that's 2.7, 2.5, and then you got another one. He said, that's almost 10 million views. He said, 8 million views pays $5,000 to $10,000, bro. He goes, they owe you money. And now you know what they did? They took me off the monetization partner. I said, oh, no, no, no. You're not going to fuck me like that and not pay me what you owe me. So I emailed their corporate. Oh, he gets back. Oh, I apologize. You know, it might have been a miss. What do you say? We might have accidentally
Error.
took
Yeah.
an error. I said, that's no fucking error. I said,
No.
it's been 2 years. You haven't paid me for that yet. I said, but funny how I got, the A&E network licensing my video. Okay, they licensed one video. Another network just licensed another video. So I get paid for all that shit. Remember, that's more money.
Ever since
That pays $1,500 every time they license your shit, man.
ever since Google took over YouTube, the big corporate scene there, they've been stiffing a lot of people. There we go. That's all right. It's good.
Hey, listen, if you got a problem with this, go talk to Cheech and Chong and go watch their TikTok. And look, two old guys, man, dancing around, jumping up and down, and 18-year-olds sit there crying, oh, I'm tired. Go watch those guys.
They got
Listen, from age 8, he was smoking, okay? He has no cancer, no health problems at all.
Tommy Chong.
Beautiful.
They have their own edibles.
Yeah.
They have their own edible. Actually, a lot of companies, a lot of people, celebrities have been advertising their own edibles.
Yep.
And it is a miracle plant. It's natural. It's
I don't just go anywhere because you can't trust. Remember, don't go to the stores that do not do that. They're selling you K2, K3. They're spraying stuff that smells like pot on it, and it's not. And then you take it home, you end up getting a headache. You'll end up getting sick. You end up having stomach aches from it. I mean, and if it makes you drowsy, it's not supposed. Only indica will make you relax, but it's not supposed to put you out and make you sleep for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Mhm.
That is not. It's not what it's supposed to do. So make sure if you're gonna buy that stuff, make sure you're getting it for somebody that you trust. You know that they're not putting shit in your shit. Make sure. I'm just saying, just make sure. Okay, I wouldn't even trust the government, like the medical building. If you're not getting it from a live farm that you know those people, then don't get it. Luckily, I'm getting it from somebody that I trust now, I know. And I got 2 other people that I trust and I know that would never give me anything that would hurt me.
So it's all premium. It's all premium quality marijuana.
Yeah, but they're stupid, the stores, for doing this because it's actually a cheaper route for them to buy the pot than to go and sit there and wasting your time spraying and putting other, substances in it. Because what's going to happen is for each person that you harm, and I don't understand New York law because, the store over here, they've harmed a few people already and they're still selling the shit. So that's telling me that maybe, it's called depopulation agenda.
Well, let me tell you, it was the first.
COVID. It began when COVID began.
It was
You never seen the sky look like this. You never seen smoke in the sky. You never seen anything like this before fucking COVID. You never seen this shit before COVID.
That was the first. That was the first episode that the government or the media, whatever you want to call it, the network took off when Jesse Ventura had his series called Conspiracy Theory. He had one about the FEMA camps. Why is there barbed wire fences around the FEMA camps?
Yeah.
Why are there thousands of plastic coffins stacked up at the FEMA camps? And
they're preparing for us to be in them.
yeah, and their excuse, the feds told them, well, the barbed wire is there to protect the people inside the FEMA camp.
Yep.
Grow up.
Yep, you're right, man.
But what happened was a doctor that treated many high-level Washington politicians. She had to move to Costa Rica because she's in fear. And Jesse took a plane to meet her somewhere in Mexico, and she told him that the politician in Washington says it's almost time to cull the herd. And he said, "Well, what do you mean by? Does that mean what I think it means? It's almost time for us to start culling the herd." She said they are using too much of our resources. They meaning the masses, the general population, is using too much of the top 1% resources. So in other words, the world belongs to the mega rich, and everybody else has no right to anything. That's pretty much what she was trying to say. So there's a plan to cull the herd, so to speak, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And it's what you were saying every now and then. Uh, and that was the first episode they took off. Then they took all of them off.
Yep.
And because he had an investigation team, and he revealed a lot. They don't like that. They don't want people to be really informed.
Nah. I want to say something else real quick, and then I'm going to do this. Did you watch what happened to Mitch McConnell this week?
Yeah, he
Okay.
froze.
He didn't have a heart attack. He didn't have a stroke. I'm going to express this to you right now, okay? And I'm going to tell you, there's a woman by the name of Shelley Moore, okay? She's a senator for Virginia, all right? She's the one that's all in green, all right? Now, if you watch the footage very slowly on this, you have to be very mindful and watch it very carefully, okay? Because there's a part, I'm going to show you real quick if I could show it on here. Okay.
We're on a path to finishing
Just watch that closely, okay? Now you see a woman in green walk up to McConnell. Watch, you see her pushing her way through there.
Yeah.
Now watch everybody's reaction around her. They talk. You see how she hit him? Did you see her smack his arm? Watch this. Watch that again.
Been good bipartisan cooperation.
Watch her smack his arm. She walks up to him. You see that? She hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she walked away, sort of.
And she showed him a book. But in the meantime, the guy behind him was sitting there saying something to him right in his face. The minute they said something to him, it looks like she zapped him with something, because we got it in slow motion. And she has a pair of glasses wrapped around her wrist, like around her hand. You ever see the ones with the string? And she got the glasses here, but she also has another device. A small device like a pen. And she walks up to him. And even before she did this, he's seen somebody's face, okay? And she hit him with it. That man completely froze up like he's seen Satan, okay? And when they asked him, and then you'll see the other guy in the back, his with the glasses, I think his name is John. And he comes out and he goes, do you want to say anything else to the press? He goes, Mitch, you want to say anything else to the press? If you notice the way the agents around him are grabbing him, since when have you seen any agent ever grab somebody's arm like that? And another agent on this side grab his arm like that. Can you explain that? Why were they both grabbing his arm?
Yeah. A senator that's been there for so many damn years. Something's fishy.
You see that? Do you understand what that means? That eye is always watching. Mitch was about to say something. He was bringing up about bipartisan and about the aliens and the UFOs that were being seen, okay? Mitch was about to expose something, and they shut his ass down. And I promise you, just watch. You're not going to hear from Mitch much anymore either, because you know what's going to happen, don't you? I bet you something in that book she showed him, she had a book that she was holding. When she tapped him, she had the book like this. In the meantime, the person behind him, the agent, is sitting there smiling and looking at her, and they're all looking at each other and whispering. You could see him saying something to him. That man did not have no fucking stroke, okay? Because 5 minutes, and then they go, oh, remember that concussion you had, Joe? Or that concussion, Mitch? This is after the fact. When they seen people bringing that up, saying, what the fuck was that all about? Then he comes back on and they're saying, you know, they have him on TV and they're saying, oh yeah, he just went through a concussion, you know. Is that what happened? You could see he's angry. And I'm going to tell you something else. That whole time that Mitch was standing on that fucking podium, and you can watch it, he didn't blink once. How can you not blink? People blink constantly.
Oh, he didn't blink.
His mouth was open and then it went like this.
Like
They did
like
something.
like he was in a trance of some kind, a deep trance.
Like a zap. I got 700,000 views on that one on my other TikTok already.
Oh yeah.
Showing them what's going on in there. Like, wow, I see that. Now they're saying, Paul, can you please slow that down, like really slow? And they know how good I am with bringing like little devices close up. You know, when I did the Gabby case and all that,
Right.
I can bring that little device really close up so we can all see what she has in her hand. And I can also bring it close enough and clean to where we can see exactly how she's hitting him and in the angle of that thing, that's a device that's in her hand, the way it's hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got to say. I wasn't really going to get into this one because I seen it a couple of times, but when I seen that, and I said, wow, I said, whoa, what's going on here? Why are they shutting Mitch up? Mitch has been there forever, you know, even though I don't, you know, agree with everything, but there's something other. I'm just going to say this, and I'm not going to put scare tactics out, but there's something other than a human entity that's controlling the government. That's what I got to say. I truly believe that AI plays a very big part in a lot of things right now, but there are certain things that AI is not doing because it's very fairly new, you know, and it's just getting its gain out there. But there's something other running the government than.
Well,
that's all I got to say.
I saw.
Getting into this.
I saw on
Get into it.
on a documentary where General Dwight Eisenhower, former President Eisenhower's granddaughter, I believe.
Yeah.
She swears, she insists that her grandfather, Eisenhower, had a private, secret meeting in Utah, underground, with certain a certain species. Well, I'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah, I see some stuff, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you see what they caught in, I think it was Australia. And I'll tell you what, it can't be AI because you can see the guys in the freaking boat, man. Either it's a giant ass, you know, great white that's 40. Wait, they said 45 feet long. It's the size of 2 fucking school buses.
Yeah, it's a megalodon. Could be a megalodon.
I believe that, you know, what's going on with the climate right now and what they did to the skies by spraying all that shit into the sky, this is not natural, okay? It's not natural what's happening with the climate. You're you know, whether it's the government or it's NASA or whoever, HARP, all these companies caused this shit in the sky, okay? You're Bill Gates, I want to block up the sun, you know? They've been doing this for decades now. For decades, but nobody ever bothered to look up and notice. You know what I mean? That because nobody was looking up at that time.
You know how many UFOs
have this shit like this?
You know how many UFOs, the increasing number of UFOs that are being spotted and video recorded by camera, and in certain parts of the world, it's like constantly. And Antarctica, you know, Antarctica is a continent. It's land under there. The mountains of Antarctica, there's almost like
those aren't UFOs. You know what those are? Spiritual.
It could be.
We are in a spiritual war. Okay, to me, this is a war in the heavens. All right, this has nothing to do with what's going on the ground. This is a war in the damn heavens, man, and they're not telling you that. but they can't hide it no more because it's in your face. It's in the open, man. It's there. You better believe the power of God is definitely when you see them strong storms coming, that lightning hit. I'm sorry, they're not creating lightning like that. How could they?
Well, they're what mankind, all the evil and destruction caused by mankind. I would say it's been pissing God off.
Yeah, but
People,
you know what? We all blame the government for everything. But guess what? You know what? Do you have cleaning products in your house? Have you ever used bleach? Have you ever used Ajax? Have you ever used sprays? Anything to clean your house?
yeah,
Okay.
I use ammonia.
All right. Well, just stop. Now think about everybody in the world that uses all those products. Guess what? We contributed, even though mankind created this, but we contributed to it because we knew by using these products we're damaging the Earth's atmosphere. That's why you see, like, you got activists. They won't touch that shit, man. They won't even touch soap. They make soap, man. They make soap without chemicals in it. They won't touch anything with fucking chemicals. And that's why some of those people live to 100 or 105 or 110. Okay, there's reasons behind that.
You know why
But we
many,
contributed. We helped out with this shit, man.
you know why many of God's creatures are endangered right now. A lot of them because the
Because of us.
the pesticides that are being used made by Monsanto is called Roundup. And they used to have something called DDT, but they made that illegal. But guess what? They sold the U.S. company sold the DDT to foreign countries, and they still might be using it. But Roundup is very toxic and cancer causing, carcinogenic, and it gets into the system. And these um, creatures of all kinds, they ingest these toxins,
Yep, and they're radioactive.
and they're just dying off. They're
We
just
see,
dying.
yeah. They're saying that sharks and all these mammals are washing up to the sea, man, and like the water's been really crazy over here in Coney Island. Even like the diver I spoke to, he didn't want to go on film. He refused, but they didn't even go on the news. The divers, but he was saying to everybody who was standing there that honestly, like when he was diving, going in to look for that boy, he said the current was pulling him everywhere, like literally, and he had to hold on to a rope. They had a rope on him, you know, rope roped on him, so that this way, if something happened, they could drag him back in. That's smart. They roped, the back of it. There's like a cable that they link on them, the divers, and they rope them before they go under because there's an 80-foot drop over there.
Wow.
And he said there's like whirlpools going on underneath the water, like this, spinning whirlpools tossing you everywhere. They still looking for that kid. They still ain't found him. They're not gonna. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna find anything.
I think
You
once
have to understand if he was by the rocks and he was sucked under by the rocks and he hit something, and if there was blood present, okay, say he hit his head and he was gushing blood, you don't know he was by those rocks. If you get drug under an undertow by rocks, forget about it, man. You're gonna get messed up. So if there was blood present and he did go fall down that deep, remember, I don't give a shit what anybody says. In all oceans right now, Atlantic, there are sharks in that ocean. There are great whites floating through here, through Jersey to Rockaway. There are sharks and there's sightings everywhere. And when there's blood present in the water, sharks do come. They smell it a mile away,
yeah,
or even further. I don't know how far,
yeah,
depending on how much.
they won't
So,
find them. There won't be
unfortunately,
anything. There won't be anything left.
I wouldn't want to die like that, and I really feel bad for the kid, because we thought about one thing. There are red flags on the beach, but guess what? It says no swimming on one side, but sometimes you can't see it because of the flags moving in the wind. And people said on the comment base tonight, "Oh wow, thank you so much for telling me what those red flags mean because I don't know what they mean." Okay, there was no lifeguard, but now they're saying they're also blaming it on Coney Island for not having a lifeguard out there.
there should be either that area should be fenced off, knowing that that's the worst area at the beach. You should fence it off like Orchard Beach. They fence shit off, okay? Other beaches will fence it off and say danger, do not swim. They'll make sure that you know about it. Why would you have the beach open and there was a lifeguard there?
Yeah. Well, it's not Labor Day weekend yet. The lifeguards
My
is
brother drowned. Another kid drowned today in Coney and Queens, Coney between it was Jacob Riz Park or something in Queens and Rockaway.
Reese Park.
Yeah,
Reese Park.
another kid drowned and they pulled his body out.
Yeah. Well,
But it's common sense. If you see a red flag, that should say something. Everybody knows what red flag means.
they should.
It means don't go in the water. If they're all over the place, don't go in the water, man. You know,
Means
don't go in.
it's a
Go on the
warning.
other side. You don't have to swim over there. There's plenty of beach, you know.
It's a warning.
But what are you gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this song here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You were just talking about this, song, the Bee Gees. Okay. So I'm going to sing this one. I mean, my voice is half and half tonight, and it's not at 100% because of the way the humidity is and whatever the bad air quality is out there right now. Check 1, 2. Check. Hold on a second. Check 1. Check 1, 2, 1. Trying to get a good lift. Check. 1 second. Give me a minute. Go to your EQ real quick. Bring that EQ up.
I'm not being delusional, right? You guys are yeah. No cuddling on daylight, we're not putting out that quick.
Check 1, 2. All right, that's good. All right, so I got to do this song here by the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees.
Right now, there's a little tension in the air between saying,
Here we go.
I'm following my heart and my judgment, so I think that's going to go away. Obviously, just because that's strong relationship, I'm sure. So I'm obviously going to regret my
In the corner, I feel you touching my head. Don't want to think. In the moment, you wanna far from me. I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze. Keep me warm in your love, and you're so deep. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? I really need to learn. For swimming in a world of fools, breaking us down when we all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I'm believing you. You know the thoughts of this soul. You're the light in my deepest darkness. You're my savior and my home. And you may not think that I care for you when you know deep inside that I really do. My voice is warm. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down. And they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
All right, yeah. My voice ain't hitting it tonight, James. Where did he go? Is he here? Or did he disappear? Okay, I'm sure he'll be back. All right. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I just had a.
My voice is like up and down tonight, man. Like, you know, after breathing that smoke outside or whatever the fuck that was earlier.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out for the throat, I'll tell you that much.
Well, between that, the heat, humidity, the particulates in
Yeah,
the
man.
atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like cutting off the high notes, like making it very complicated to hit them.
Oh man. So well, the Bee Gees is a lot of high
I
notes.
mean, I did this. I'll let you hear this. I did this last night. I'm doing the demo. I'm recording it. So, yeah, I'll play this for you. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, I'll play this for you. This is recorded, though. Recorded, man. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar. I don't see you anymore. It's just a demo, though, so you see it cut off. I would not leave you.
Wow, what a difference.
Times of trouble never could have come this far. I took the good times. I'll take the bad times. I'll take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion. Although I might not seem to care, I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old song that I knew. What will it take till you believe in me?
way that I believe in you. And then it goes to the next song. So that's gonna be the demo. It's gonna go from one song to the next song. So I recorded that one, last night. My voice was good because it wasn't so humid out. I mean, I'm telling you, like it's like my air condition. I mean, I know you're in Jersey, but the air condition is struggling because what's going on is the power grids are weak now because everybody, you got people using 2, 3, 4 air conditions in these apartments out here, and
Yeah.
all those people pushing all that power and energy is causing people's air conditions to be not working correctly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Con Ed is overwhelmed.
Yep. They were out here yesterday digging because they're doing other things. I got interviews, but they're preparing for like EMP cyber attacks. They're trying to protect the grid, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
basically this guy out here told me today, all it takes is if all we need is there are literally thousands of power grids everywhere, okay? Like 5,000 in the world, all right? And he said all it will take is 20 power grids. 20 power grids. Not even. He said actually nine. Nine power grids. Real as recorded. Nine of those 5,000 power grids to shut down, and the whole world is in fucking darkness. The entire world.
Well, then there's solar flares, so solar storms.
Yeah, but they're gonna blame
Storms.
it on. They're trying to blame it on that, man. Okay? Don't believe the bullshit, James. It's bullshit, man. They even talking about it. Go look it up. They got a new exercise. It started July 26th. It's called the Black Start Exercise. It's right on Army.com, U.S. Gov. That's not a hack site, man. That's a real fucking site. They tell you straight out. July 26th, they're going to be doing rolling blackouts in different cities and different areas because they have to test in case of an EMP because we have so many cyber EMP attacks or alerts right now, threats, that they know that either Kim Jong, Russia, or one of them are going to hit that button. And I don't know. People don't understand what that means. The electromagnetic pulse, what that means is it's the same thing as a nuclear missile, okay? Instead of the nuclear missile landing on the ground and killing everybody and everything, it's even worse though, because it's going to go up into our atmosphere, okay? They go up about, 60 miles up as far as where the firmament is, and it's going to explode up there. And what that does is creates an electromagnetic pulse, okay, which fries everything. There's nothing that you can do about it unless you have a Faraday cage, a real Faraday cage, not the bullshit you're buying online, and spending your money on Amazon. They don't sell real Faraday cages, by the way. And I promise you, you'll be pretty damn pissed off when you find out when the shit does happen and you go grab your cell phone or something that you placed in there as a secondhand, like, in other words, oh, I bought a second iPad and I put that in my thing and that saved all my everything. Guess what? When this happens, it's kind of like you pull the plug and we kind of go back to the Stone Age, like the caveman days. Complete darkness. Nothing. No phones work. Your cars won't work. Nothing will work. It'll be the same thing as a nuclear missile blowing up down here, unless you protect it the right way. And, to protect it the right way, it's not cheap. To buy a real Faraday cage is not cheap. Okay? See, what the Faraday cage is it's basically aluminum, thick aluminum that goes around it, and that's the only thing that will protect your electric items. Anything electrical, like you could take your iPad, okay, and put your iPad inside that electrical box, and you're gonna have to leave it in there because you don't know when it's gonna happen. That's why I tell people, they go, well, then how am I gonna use my stuff? Okay, well, dummy, here's what you do: go buy a second one and put all the same stuff that you have in this iPad in that iPad to save it, and put it in the Faraday cage, just like a computer. Get an external hard drive, put everything that your memories on an external hard drive and put that in the Faraday cage. Put things in there that you know that you're going to need to survive. And that's the only way to protect your items. Otherwise, everything is fried, okay? And if you think, just imagine this. I would rather them bomb us, a nuclear bomb hitting the ground and killing us all. You know why? Because if they do something like that, and we go in complete darkness, just think about this. My friend goes like this. Well, Paul, he works at the MTA, okay? I call it the ATM, but he works over there, and he goes,
Well, even if that happened, the third rail would still survive. Okay, yeah. Then even if it did survive, who's gonna drive a train that has no lights, no conductors? I said, what do you think people are gonna be when that happens? I said, you think law enforcement's gonna be out there protecting the streets? No, they're not gonna be in the darkness because nothing's gonna work. Not even their flashlight. They're gonna be home with their families, protecting them. You know why? If you think you're gonna run a train during something like that, just imagine all the migrants that are here and the criminals that come through those borders. Imagine what they're going to be doing.
Not just the borders.
Yeah,
It's the riffraff that's here, born and raised.
yeah. Even the riffraff born and raised here, forget it. The gangs, you know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be taking over those trains.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
And they're going to find a way to make those trains move and light up. You better believe it. And what they're going to be doing is collecting more gang people.
They're gonna be.
Trafficking, there's going to be rape, there's going to be killing, there's going to be everything you could ever imagine.
They're gonna be
Something that
looting.
you don't want to be around.
They're gonna be looting everything.
Yeah. You think, and guess what? When that happens, trucks can't bring food over here. You think they're going to deliver food to you, the crops? No.
You remember?
You start fighting back now for your life.
Remember the movie Escape from New York with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
And
you know what? We got a backup plan, so we're fine. You better believe that. We already got something set up.
They took Manhattan and then they made it like a prison for the whole country.
Yeah.
The whole. It's funny how they picked on New York, but anyway.
People see me lighting a cigarette. You know what I do? This is the same cigarette that we started the show with, by the way. See how I quit? I clip it. And then I relight it, and then I clip it. So it looks like I'm smoking like 30 cigarettes while I'm online. I'm not. It's one cigarette.
No, no.
They go, damn, that guy smokes a pack a day. Holy shit.
No, it's like if you smoke a pipe.
Yeah, you put the pipe down. You know.
If you keep on if you stop puffing on the pipe or cigar,
well, you can only get so high with a weed joint. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's gonna go out. And you got to relight it. You got to relight it.
And they tell you, you know, like back in the day when with Cheech and Chong and all those people, man, when they inhale their weed, they hold it in. And they tell you that holding it in plays no part in getting the person even more higher. That's very untrue because they're idiots if they don't think about that. What do people take? People take bong hits to load their asses. That's crazy. I don't do that shit no more. Yeah. But, you know, when we were kids, we used to like to get really, you know, cloud 90, you know what I'm saying? But
they used to put wine. They used to put wine in a bong.
Yeah, yeah.
To get the flavor, right?
Yeah, yep.
You know, it's amazing how smoke could pass through water. I mean, just that fact alone is.
Yeah. Well, I'm healthy, you know. I mean, I'm not going to mess up my health. You know what I'm saying? I'm just.
Don't do that.
My health is good, and you know, and now you know, I just had the surgery done on the eye. Well, not surgery, just a procedure done, and it's going to be a slow procedure. I had the ear done, you know what I'm saying? So now it's healing. And I was going to the other doctor for a year, and we're not going to get into that.
No.
He didn't do the right thing. That's all we're going to say. He just took money.
Restitution will be done. That's private.
Yeah.
That's private. But anyway,
even though, you know, I know it takes a year to heal or more. You know, even this doctor said, but other things could have been taken place, you know, that could have made my eye feel better and not have me having to deal with, you know, liquid coming out and draining into my ears and, you know.
Yeah. Well, you also got bad advice from that other doctor.
Well, whatever it is. The accident happened, and this doctor's saying that the stuff that fell in my eye, it caused problems in my eye. He said chemicals that fall in the eye, they do things like this. So, and he prescribed me, they prescribed me glasses, you know what I'm saying, because I can't even put the contacts in because of all the scratches. So I have to wear the glasses when I'm driving or when I'm far away from things, you know, because my eyesight is bad, man. Like literally, like it was bad.
In that one eye.
Yeah, this eye.
Well, your restitution will
Oh,
come.
I found out what the headaches were from too. I can't pronounce the word because it's a big. He said it like twice, and I still don't have it. Migraines over the eye is not only because the pressure's up. Okay, it's because of the bacteria that got in my eye from the ceiling. Them chemicals
Damn.
cause problems in the eye. And there's what happened was it got scratched, and the doctor here, well, it had a hole in it. The doctor didn't see the hole and it healed. So now what happened is here. Look, you got to look at the camera. It's kind of like this. He explained to me. He goes, so when your headaches begin, what's going on is that hole. It's kind of like a contact lens that's glued onto there because skin grew over it. So what's going on? He goes is when the pressure goes up, it's going like this. It's detaching, like it pulls up and goes in and goes up and goes in. That little hole.
Yeah.
He goes, and that causes migraines in the eye itself, like it feels like you're getting stabbed in your eye, and it doesn't go away. You have to literally go to sleep. Nothing helps. I've taken like ibuprofen 1000. I won't take anything like Percocet. I'm not into that shit. They know it's on my records. I've never, I just don't. I don't accept it. So if the ibuprofen 1000 didn't work, I'm going. Then what the hell is wrong? Then it's not a headache. So what's going on here? Is it the 5G? Is it this? Is it that? So when I went to him, he explained it to me. What's going on? He said because the hole closed up by itself and it wasn't treated. He goes, it's going like this. He goes, but we can take care of that over time with me going to him.
Yeah.
They do LASIK surgery, and seal it. You know what I'm saying?
With the laser. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You gotta love uh, science, high technology and science when it comes to
well, I like this doctor because
medical.
he didn't use electronic equipment. He used all the non-digital stuff to look. You know what I mean? He's a real freaking eye doctor, a specialist, surgeon. And he gave me one eye drop. It's a thick cream. He said, take this. You won't wake up with crusty eyes anymore. Your eyes glued together from the substance constantly coming out. He goes, and you don't ever squeeze anything. Like that doctor shouldn't have told me to squeeze anything out of my eye. He said, you get these cloths and you just rub back and forth very lightly on the eye just to wipe whatever the substance is on the eyelids itself. So I've been doing that. And, I've been taking this medicine. It works, man. But tonight I had a problem when we were walking home. When the smoke, that dust came in the air, my eye started burning and tearing, man. I took pictures of it. It was all red and shit. So whatever's in the air, irritates.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's okay. We're all good. You know what I'm saying?
well, in due time, you'll heal up. Knock on wood.
Trying to get back into my art and stuff. You know what I mean? And I have to be careful on how far I go with the eye because that's why you don't see me in the studio that much and going live that much because I have to stay away from the screens. The screens can irritate the eye.
Yeah, the glare. The
And
glare.
until I get the glasses and the shade that he's going to give me, he prescribed them thick, shades with, they're black shades, but I could see clear as day.
So you'll be like Howard Stern wearing
Yeah.
the shades. Yeah.
Yeah, so that this way, then I can come into the studio and start recording. I mean, and I don't have to worry about my eyes. He said, I still got to rest them. I can't be in there like I was. He said, but once it heals, he said, you'll be back to normal. You'll be able to do everything again.
Oh, wonderful.
So he said, probably
Congratulations.
a year, 2 years to heal, man. It's not, it's a serious injury when you get, plaster cut in your eye, man. I can't even explain that was so painful. And I don't know if anybody you ever get a hair in your eye, an eyelash in your eye, you know how it is.
It feels like a fist.
Yeah, well, imagine, little tiny particles of plaster with sharp edges going in your. And now the automatic response is, and doctors know it, you're going to rub your eye because you're trying to get out whatever's in your eye. In the meantime, now you're rubbing it and the shit's inside the eye and it's like sandpaper. And it's scratched. Not only did it, it left a big scratch from going in the eye, and now you're going back and forth because you're rubbing it and your eyes like, and at the same time it's blowing up and, here it is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. I ain't going to the ER. What the hell are they gonna do for me? They don't do shit for you with the eye. Okay, they put a band-aid on it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to wait till the next morning and go to an ER, for an emergency appointment at a doctor's. I called them on their emergency line and they had me go in. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. They weren't even open yet, and it was bad. It was bad, man.
So the
I guess-
ophthalmologist,
Yeah, there was blood and pus inside my eye, man. It was bad.
the ophthalmologist. Well,
I never want to go through that kind of pain again with my eye because honestly, it's really uncomfortable. Sleeping. I don't care what medicine. There's really no medicine to take that pain away. It's the throbbing in the eye, man. It took 2 months, man, laying in bed dealing with that shit, man. No way. No money is worth anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, even when you give them giving me money, I still at risk for losing that eye later on in life.
Well,
Still a risk.
you still have to wait
That
2
money
years.
doesn't pay for a brand new fucking eye. You're gonna go and get a glass eye. You think that's gonna work? Oh, I'm gonna get an AI eye. Oh, okay.
A cyborg.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a fucking AI eye.
AI.
AI, artificial intelligence eye. No, thank you, man.
You'll be like Lee Majors.
Hey, James, I got a question. Are you gonna accept this? You know that they came out with the chip, right?
Oh yeah, they got chips. They got Chips Ahoy. They got
They got the chip that's gonna go in the palm of your hand. They're already doing it in Europe and in China and in other places in New York now. There's a building. I forget the name, but I'll post it. There's a building in New York, man. They doing implants, and they're luring people. They'll pay you $2,000 a month to get the chip. Don't accept that chip. That is the mark of the beast. Any government that's gonna pay you to put something in your body, don't do it. Had they ever paid you to do anything? Look, the governor in New York, hey, we're gonna get you a free cheeseburger and fries if you take the jab. Look at this delicious cheeseburger. No.
She actually said that?
Yeah, I got the clip, man. He said it on fucking live TV. He's eating it. He's going, just imagine delicious McDonald's burger in your mouth.
Yeah, pink slime.
Doing a fucking McDonald's commercial, man.
Yeah, pink
Just
slime.
Yeah, and you'll get this delicious burger and fries.
Oh, what a sport he is.
Oh, and look, you even get this nice cold drink to wash it down. You got to see him fucking. No, the mayor, Dick Bazio. Yo, and they're smiling right in their faces, and you see these people, they're running. You see the comments. Oh, yeah, I'll be out there tomorrow to get my burger and fries. Yo, I'm gonna get my shot. They going and they posting it. Yo, you get a free burger and fries. Yo, I did it. Take your shot, man.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn. He was
What's
his
wrong
wife,
with man?
What's
wrong with people?
His wife was the boss.
Oh, he got paid, man. They paid him off.
Yeah, his wife.
Every jab that he got somebody to take, he got paid, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
jab that the hospital distributed.
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Right, yeah, I know.
I don't want to talk about.
It's news. Everybody knows it by now.
Yeah, but YouTube is real sensitive.
Even YouTube, they're talking about it too. They took the shot too.
Yeah, but they pulled one of my videos off because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's music TV. It's everything TV. Northern Lights caters to everything. Your lights, your power.
Yeah, but we don't want to lose the show,
Oh yeah, I know. We're not
gonna. Everybody's doing it, but
yeah. So next week, what we'll do is we'll start with some tie dyeing. We're gonna get into that more. We'll have the table set up again because right now I had studio time going on, so I had to take down the table over here. As you can see, I got the instruments all set up, and I had to take the table down because I'm doing demos and the females are coming in, and I needed space. So once next week we'll set up the table and we're gonna do live tie dye.
Well,
I got a couple orders we're gonna do live, and then whoever's watching they can order too.
That's good because we're trying to do something different with every show. Now I'm telling you, your keyboard and your guitar, when you play it hands on, the sound is impeccable.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
It's impeccable. It sounds really good.
Nice sound here.
All right. Listen,
I'm off the top of the head, but then I had the this other thing here, man.
Yeah. sounds good. Okay, let's call it a night. Until next time, I want to thank you for doing the show with me, and
Oh, yeah.
this was the third show. The next show will be season 1, episode 4. How many episodes do you want to do for?
Did 1, 2. This is the third one, I believe.
Yeah, this is number 3. How many episodes you want to do per season?
We're probably gonna do like I'd say 12 episodes a season. What do you think?
Well, until you feel like you need hiatus, you need a little vacation. Then we'll do a new.
Yeah, we'll do 12. We'll do 10 episodes. How about that?
Okay, and then we'll go to season 2.
Yeah, there we go. That's how we'll do it. Then we're gonna
Okay.
be doing. We're gonna also be doing some series. We're gonna be doing series for TikTok, and I'll have the series, and we're gonna have subscriptions, and because there are certain things that I'll talk about on TikTok, and there's certain things that I won't talk about. So if people want to hear about and see, like, basically you want to see these interviews that I have with certain people, like I got interviews with migrants coming up, okay, and they're going to talk about how they got into the country and the contracts that they got to sign. So I have interviews coming up with about 3 of them, and I have somebody translating because 2 of them don't speak English. So one is from Venezuela, and one is, I believe, from Cuba. He said so, and there's a translator that's going to translate for me. We're going to do it. It's not going to be live, but we're going to do a video because I don't know, maybe it will be live, maybe it won't. It depends. But that's something that has to be a paid subscription because I'm not going to go and put our work and everything into that
Mhm.
without you look. Everything's got to be paid for. We pay for electric, we have to be paid for traveling, for everything, So by putting a subscription out, it's not going to be crazy, It'll probably be like, somewhere like $5 to $8 a month to subscribe, and then you get to see all the special stuff that we do, the things that we don't do, on TikTok regularly. So you'll be able to see, behind the scenes recording, actual recording going on, behind the scenes, and we'll teach you as we go. We'll show you whatever we can show you, and like we'll have live tie dyeing going on, and you'll be able to order your product right then and there as long as you're a subscriber on that channel. And then I also have a live home shopping network that's going to be opening up very soon here in TikTok. Well, we're shooting for more of after the summer because that's when people start getting home. Winter times here, people right now are out enjoying themselves in the sun. So there's outdoor sales.
Or roasting.
Yeah. So that network will begin in the wintertime. So we're going to be doing that. And what will happen is, like I said, on the non-subscribe, you could still coming on the live where I'll be doing certain nights for people who don't subscribe, but I'm not going to do, like go to the whole shebang. All right. I'm only going to show certain things. If you want to see like a dyeing process, you want to learn, and be a part of that learning experience, then you're going to subscribe because there's going to be classes that I'll set up. I'll have classes on teaching, from intermediate tie dye to advanced tie dye. Okay. Same thing with music. We'll be doing guitar lessons online. People that want to learn how to play, I'll be teaching. Okay, I'll be doing an hour or 2 hours a week, and you can come in on that live and subscribe, and there'll be a fee for the lesson. Okay, and you better believe it or not, you'll learn that lesson. And what'll happen is I'll also send you a video of that lesson, so that this way you can go over it and go over it. Like I said, I'm not going to make it crazy prices. Okay, but I got to be paid for my success and for my skill that I learned. Same thing with piano. If you want to learn how to record it, you want to learn how to use certain instruments, you want to learn how to copyright your material. We do a lot of different things. So there will be a lot of events and activities going on throughout the winter when I open up everything. Okay, so it's summer right now, and I want to enjoy the summer too. And the TikTok's an income for me. I got other things going on. I'm not rich. I'm not making it rich yet. You know what I mean? But we're all struggling right now. The food prices are up. They don't go. They're going up. They go down. They go up. They go down. The rent goes up. The electric's going up. The gas is going up. We don't pay water, thank God, because if we did, I don't even want to go there. We're not going to say that. Let's just keep that.
because they might start,
Okay. Before we say goodnight, I want to ask you something. See if your iPad will accept the downloading of the TikTok live event studio.
it will. It will.
Because-
So will this computer here, and I have the laptop. So
Okay.
I mean, so we have, various amounts of computers. So this one's used mainly for the studio, but I can also go live with it. Okay.
Okay.
And I have a protected network. You know what I mean? They can't get in to give me viruses. And I got a good virus program on here. So it's to protect my studio. You know what I mean? Everything's hidden. It doesn't matter. We're not going to speak about it. But the laptop, we're going to upgrade because right now the laptop has a 1,000 terabyte hard drive. Okay. SSD, solid state. Okay. It's got the memory, it's got 16 gigs of RAM. No, not 16 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM. Okay. And it's got a dual coil processor, the i9. Okay. My question is, why would you put a processor in a computer like this, a laptop? Okay. With a processor that fast with a 1,000 terabyte hard drive, but 4 RAMs of gigabytes? Whoever built that, HP, is the dumbest MF that I've honestly. I don't know what's wrong with people because it doesn't add up. At least put 8 gigabytes of RAM or 16 gigabytes, but the computer could accept up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. So you know why they did that? They did it because they know you're going to go, oh man, wow, it's not doing everything I want. So now, guess what? Now you have to call HP, and then you got to go through all this shit. They're going to say, well, you can order this extra gigabyte of RAM, for this price. So they're still going to continue to make money off your ass. So when you go buy a computer, make sure you look at the specs on the box. But you know what? The specs on the box never said 4 gig, and I still have it. I'll show it next time. On the back of the box, it says it has 16 gigs of RAM, okay? A double coil processor, i9 processing, okay? For studio recording. It also states that it's got a 1,000 terabyte hard drive. But when you go look at the specs inside of the computer in the About section, it says it's only got 4 gigabytes of RAM. So, wow, what did they do there? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So now we're going to update this. I'm going to overkill it with 64 gigabytes of RAM. And this computer is getting 128 gigs of RAM. And then it's going to get another solid state drive. I already got a C drive. Okay. It's going to get I got an external that's 4 terabytes. But I'm getting another drive that'll be drive B. Okay. It's not a partition. It's going to be another drive where I can store. And that drive is going to consist of 10 terabytes. Okay.
Wow.
You never run out of space. And, people say 128 gigabytes of RAM. That's fucking crazy. I'm like, no, it's not. Not for the kind of production we do here.
Not for what you do. No.
I do big productions. I mean, I got orchestras, and then live, it's insane. I got like 60 instruments on one track. Okay, so it's a lot of shit processing. And I got the i7 in here. I might even upgrade this to the i11 processor they got now.
Yeah,
I might get a whole new case because the problem with this computer, it's very small. You see it down there?
Yeah.
It's like a little box, but I'm thinking about just getting the big tower that lights up.
Yeah, there's something hanging from your hair.
Oh,
There's something dangling.
Oh, that's hair. Shit. Dreaded hair. You see, dead ends, dangling, dead ends.
Okay. All right, listen.
Thank God I got all my hair at this age. I'll tell you, it's still dark. I don't dye my hair. Fuck, man.
Oh yeah, don't put.
I don't have no white hairs.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right here.
I would keep it real clean, like no conditioner, no brill cream. No.
Yeah, we have special stuff that we use. It's organic, so
Good, very good.
I don't fuck around with that.
I use this natural organic soap called Bali, BALI, Bali soaps. It's like just a few ingredients. It's very.
We'll say hi to Oreo real quick, all right?
No chemicals.
I'm gonna bring this over here and we can see Oreo. Oreo is really hot. She's staying right by the air conditioner.
She's smart.
Okay. Let's see. She's right here. Here she goes. There's my baby. Yeah.
Hey, Oreo.
She doesn't want to go outside either, man. Like she'll struggle to go out because it's so hot out there, man.
That's too.
And being that they cut it off for us taking her to the beach this summer, but I wouldn't let her go in that water the way those currents are right now anyway.
No, absolutely.
That shit would drag her right in there, man.
Yeah, absolutely not. Do not take her out swimming.
She's a good dog. Eating her bones. She's spoiled, but she's a good dog. She deserves it. Look at that pretty face. Look how pretty she is. Look how
Yeah. Well, you know what? She's lucky to have you adopt her. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Valerie takes good care of her. Good care of her, man. Oh, she gets bath every 3 days. You know what I mean? And it's funny because like she likes the water, and now what she I wasn't here the other day because I was at the doctor. I think no, I was at rehearsal, and Valerie said, I said she has to go out. You got to take her. So she's going. She's giving me a problem without you being here. She don't want to go without you. So instead of going, she's looking for her, and Valerie said she went in the bathroom and jumped in the tub. She was hiding, and she does the same thing when she's not here. She don't want to be without the both of us. She wants to be walking with the both. That's like that's how it is. It doesn't change.
Well, listen. If you think the dog feels hot, fill the bathtub up
Yeah,
with cold.
she's got ice cold water, man. She's right by the air conditioner. Look,
Well, I mean, fill the
got it.
bathtub up with cold water and let her soak.
Yeah, she's got it made in the shade right now. She's nice and cool, man. She's not panting or anything. So, say she's just relaxed.
She gets the best food. She gets the best food.
Oh yeah, her shit it's expensive, man. She gets health food. She don't get no bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And I mean, honestly, like she buys her. Wait, let me see.
No byproducts.
No. I'll show you what she gets her. It's crazy, man. It's insane. You see what I got going on over here? The whole tie-dye section, man. Where's Oreo's food? You got any in here? We're gonna show them what you get Oreo, man. Yeah. Let. You see? It's real carrots and real everything. It's not no byproduct shit in here, no
Yeah.
chemicals, and it's nutrition, man, all the way for the dog and the cat. The cat we bought it for him, and he doesn't really I don't know. He's weird, man. My cat won't even. There's something like when there's something like wrong with. Let me tell you something. Like we got some chopped meat a while back, and it was fresh, and I tried to give Oreo some, and she loves it. We give her treats once in a while, and she wouldn't eat it. So that told me there was something wrong with it. So I threw it out. Now lately, the tuna fish. My cat likes tuna. We don't give him tuna in oil. We give him tuna in water. We feed him the best tuna fish. You know what I mean? And lately, he hasn't been wanting to eat it. And then Grandpa tells us, don't buy no more tuna fish because there's something wrong with the tuna in the sea.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Could be mercury.
He won't eat it because when an animal senses something, they're not going to eat it. If they if you're giving an animal lab-grown meat, if you put the lab-grown meat here and the real meat here, which one do you think the animal's going to pick?
The real deal. The real deal.
And they're going to walk away from the other.
I put a tiny bit of garlic powder one time in the cat food when I used to have a cat. She just sniffed it, she walked away.
Yeah.
And the garlic's supposed to be good for them, for the parasites,
Yeah, she got up. She's up. There she goes. Come here. Come over here. What are you doing? Hey, there she is. She's making noises. I think she wants some ice cold water. What do you want? Cold water?
Some ice cold water. I'm gonna get some refreshing for myself. So I'm gonna say goodnight. I'll talk to you off the air.
All right.
All right. Bye bye. Take
All right.
care, everybody.
Guys, next week we'll have a better show. My voice should be a little more better. I got rehearsal coming up Monday. I mean, and I have to save throat, and the humidity is, you can hear it.
Yeah.
My vocal, it's just like
and you'll see some tie dyeing for the fourth show, episode 4.
Out. So it's like I'm gonna see if I can seal up the window a little better and get more air coming in. I don't know. It's just not pushing. I'm about to take another air conditioner, put another air conditioner.
Check the filter.
I'm about to put one in the fucking kitchen, man.
No, I mean, make sure the filter is real clean.
No, you know what? I'm gonna put one in the kitchen. Can I put one? Do I got 220? Shit, that one's big. So
No, she cleans the filter every day, man. It's clean. She just cleaned it today. It's
Why'd
just
you think?
not pushing. It's not like, it's not pushing, and it's not. It's only like cooling off one area of the house. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm gonna put another one in. I'm gonna install the other. Yep. In fact, I'm gonna do that tonight.
Fraud. Look at this. I've been getting this shit.
Oh yeah. Don't answer that shit, man. Anything
Potential.
man, don't answer that.
I'm reporting the number. That's all I do every day.
Anything that says that you don't recognize, I don't answer it, man. I'll text them and I'll say, "Who's this?" If they don't get back to me, I just delete it.
Constant. And you know what else they do?
And I got a tracker on my phone now, so when they call me,
Yeah.
I can track their IP address, and I
Yeah,
can
but
track.
you know how sneaky they are? They've been using phone numbers and names of people I know personally. The scammers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They'll call you from your own phone company and tell you they're your phone company. They did it to me, but we know who did that.
Yeah, well,
We know who did that. We already got that on note and record. So
yeah. So anyway, I'll talk to you off the air.